Well, the candidates for Utah's high-profile Senate race are using every last minute to try and get votes. Fox 13 News reporter Darian DeBrule looks at what Mike Lee and Evan McMullin are doing in the final hours before the polls close.
The final push in what is one of the closest Senate races Utah has ever had. Today, Evan McMullin was in Salt Lake County to thank his volunteers and persuade voters. Election day is filled with nerves and excitement for candidates.
We do think it will come down to who turns out to vote. And so that's why we're targeting voters who we know may not have voted, and we want to make sure that they have, and we're reaching as many people as we can.
And volunteers alike.
Well, I was surprised at how many people actually answered the phone. And we had very polite conversations. I got a bunch of people who said that they were planning on voting.
Campaign volunteers like Leslie Christoph are critical to elections and the candidates.
Democracy is really in a fragile place right now, and I felt really strongly that even if I could spend an hour and a half today to make some calls, to send some emails, and to show my support for a candidate who I think really represents the entirety of Utah, I felt like it was my civic duty to do it.
Hi Cindy, nice to meet you. This is Emily.
Hi.
They are also grateful for the time candidates take to spend with and thank their volunteers.
It's meaningful to us to make a connection with the man or the woman who's potentially representing us in the Senate.
So as the final votes are cast, volunteers and U.S. Senate candidate Evan McMullin had a message for voters.
Regardless of the party, this is not just another phone it in kind of midterm. It's a really important day. So I encourage everybody to stand up for democracy and vote.
I encourage all Utahns, no matter who you're voting for, to vote. Our system of self-government does not work unless we take that civic responsibility seriously.
Mike Lee has also spent the past couple of weeks campaigning across the state. We reached out to the Lee campaign to see if he was making any last-minute efforts, but we have not gotten a response. Darian DeBrule, Fox 13 News, Utah.